Is on southward. In fact, if we could take kind of a bigger picture here, Ryan, just to show this entire line marching on through. This is a tornado warning. It expires officially at 1:15. My guess is they'll trim this back a little bit quicker, and we'll get you back to programming on air. You can continue to follow us as well as we continue to stream at WYTV and WKBN.com here tonight. But again, this is a very dangerous storm now crossing the border of western Pennsylvania. I believe that's an update there. What do we got, Ryan?
That is an update there, trimming back that warning. You'll see that update on your screen here, that flashing red box. But what I want to do, hone in on here quickly as we do another update, taking a look at velocity, it does look like if we were to have a tornado with this particular thunderstorm on the ground, it would be right on the state border here from Negley over toward Canalton and Roten town here, and south of Darlington, moving into Beaver County now. It would be right on the state border here. You see that warning box just got smaller, so we'll stay with this here as this continues to move out of the area. The other thing I do want to touch base on is, again, these storms as they have been moving through the area. The last tornadic storms that we had, seeing reports coming out of that of hail up to the size of ping pong balls. So large hail is a concern with this thunderstorm. If we can go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what most are used to looking at here, the rate reflectivity values, and that's the deep reds and those pink colors. That's that heavy rainfall here in northwestern parts of Beaver County there. And Ryan's talking about the hail, and I'll go ahead and circle this area here. That's what he's talking about. And again, that is some very strong updrafts. The wind pulled it up into the storm, helping to support these hailstones. But we've been, of course, tracking, of course, the rotation with these too. And just to kind of give you a bigger picture here, this was under a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. And then this was triggered as a tornado warning as that spin up continued to blow up. But as far as hail goes, you can see this also has laid down a blanket of hail with it from Columbiana down to East Palestine. And those hailstones have been as big as an inch or even bigger tonight in some spots. So that was one of the concerns about these storms as they moved on through. But right now, this is a tornado warning officially until 1:15. They did trim the back edge of this box up. And as we look at our other products in here, and I want to go back to our rotation tracker. And let me tell you, this thing has done a great job for us tonight, really picking this stuff up. And you can see that it is now, and that's the area of red here into parts of western Beaver County. That is where it's pushing a lot of that rotation. And this has been right on target with the other products and tools that we were using to look at the spinning atmosphere. And this is laid right with it. So this is our rotation tracker, one of our new tools with our weather system. And it has proven itself tonight. You can see this rotation just south of Darlington. We're over in Beaver County now. So in Columbiana County, let me tell you, the worst part of the rotating part of this storm has now pushed on into Beaver County across the state line. And more than likely, we're going to see this warning continue to trim down from Mill Rock east here in this area of red in Columbiana County. So that rotation has now pushed over toward Black Hawk and also just south of Darlington with this storm moving into Beaver County in western Pennsylvania. But if we go back to the reflectivity tonight, we'll see where that heavy rainfall continues and even some of that hail in these areas of pink showing up from Enon Valley east of East Palestine. I just updated over toward Darlington. This is the hail core with this. And Jim, if we can go ahead and pull this out, I do want to point out to the west and northwest, I know there's still heavy rain up across parts of Trumbull County, Youngstown, Newton Falls, but this line that is now through Lisbon and also helped trigger this tornado warning in eastern parts of Columbiana County, this is the main thrust of this system as it pushes on through. Let's go to the west here, Jim. Can you take me on out to the southwestern part of Columbiana County here? There's a couple areas of purple. I do want to point out one's in Carroll County, but this other one just southeast of Hanoverton, over towards Summitville here, into the western part of Columbiana County. Maybe we can take a look at that. That's an area that I want to watch pretty closely too, and look at some of those velocity products as we look. This is a strong storm southeast of Hanoverton, right down 644 towards Salineville. This is going to push on through 518 and then move south of Lisbon as we watch this core of heavy rainfall and some hail moving through southwestern Columbiana. Can we hit the shear tracker on that I'd be curious to make sure that's not showing anything down in that direction too, here in Columbiana County. That was a little earlier, and then this, of course, was what moved through Columbiana County, and then right now, we're not seeing a whole lot in the southwestern part of the county, so that's good news. But again, we broke in on air as this tornado warning was issued for parts of eastern Columbiana County here tonight, and the main core of that has now pushed into Beaver County in western Pennsylvania, and we're not really seeing that in Columbiana. Go ahead, Ryan.
And so, as I expect, this warning is going to be allowed to expire here, and there they go. They just canceled that. So we are going to momentarily send you back to regularly scheduled programming. I do want to quickly touch on, before we do, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for much of Columbiana County. I'm picking up on indications with this, especially along the leading edge of this line here, wind gusts in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. This is pushing right now into East Liverpool, into Wellsville, over towards Salineville, and as this continues to settle off to the south, we'll slowly start to see that severe threat coming down, but you see out ahead of that active severe thunderstorm warning. So the tornado warning has expired for our area. We are going to continue to track these storms as they work through our area now. You can continue to stay along with us at WKBN.com as well as WYTV.com. Myself, meteorologist Ryan Halicki, alongside meteorologist Jim Lowboy and meteorologist Paul Wetzel. For now, we send you back to programming. Go to our website and continue to track the storms with us.
Okta simplifies and streamlines customer identity at scale, so teams have
Our website and continue to track the storms with us.
All right, as we continue to track here, streaming live, it does look like the main push of this line of storms just about to work its way through southern Columbiana County. That doesn't mean there isn't heavy rainfall on the backside of this as this entire system moves on through. There's still some moderate to heavy rainfall coming down across parts of Trumbull and Mahoning counties. But again, that tornado warning that was in place for Columbiana County has now been allowed to expire and canceled. Right now, our heaviest rain locally is southwestern Columbiana County, and that is right in the Salineville area, Highlandtown, southwest of Lisbon. So this is basically stretching from just south of Guilford Lake down into the southern half of the county and also dropping off to the south and southeast here tonight. So this batch of rain will be pushing into Wellsville and East Liverpool, and then we can finally shut down at least the gustiest wind part of these cells as they move on through tonight. We've been monitoring these as they've been working their way across the area. It does look like, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean this up for you. Let's go ahead and turn everything off but the alerts because I do want to show you what we have left. And we have some flooding issues out to the west. There's a flood advisory from Stark County West. But I will point out that right now we only have a severe thunderstorm warning going from Columbiana County off to the south. And then parts of southwestern Lawrence County. So from this point southward, everywhere to the north up here is no longer under any warnings. It's just heavy rainfall still coming down. And in fact, you are kind of in the all clear of any severe weather tonight. That is now pushing off to the south and southeast. But Columbiana County, you remain under a severe thunderstorm warning officially until 1:15. We'll see if they don't start trimming that back as this heavier line, of course, pushes off to the south. That is currently now making its way through southern Columbiana County. And if we get back to our velocity products that we're using here this evening, it's not seeing any huge amounts of shear compared to what we had earlier. That's good news, and that's what we want to see here in Columbiana County as these overnight situations sometimes are not so great, of course, in the middle of the night. Oh, that's some heavy rain right on 39 here, down around the Highlandtown area. That's got to be some hail coming on down here. In fact, we'll go ahead and take a look at the hail swath. You can see that has laid down hail off to the west there in southwestern Columbiana County, and then right now still dealing with some of that heavy rainfall right over top of Highlandtown Lake here this evening.
I'm getting some reports of some damage in Columbiana County with some trees down, so we're going to keep you posted on that as well. Thankfully, again, not many cars out on the road with the current situation with the coronavirus, but a lot of people are at home, stuck in the house, and just to kind of reset here. Thanks for joining us on our live stream. We were on the air for a brief time for a tornado warning that was issued and now has expired for folks over around the East Palestine area in through eastern Columbiana County. And no report actually whether or not a tornado actually formed, but radar indicated a tornado possibility, and the National Weather Service will not take any chances. If we see the right signature on radar, they will issue that, because minutes count when it comes to getting to your safe zone, getting into a basement or an interior room. Looks like things are starting to clear out a little bit for folks up into Trumbull County, Mahoning County, but still some heavy driving rain. And you can see our lightning over the last several hours throughout the region, closing in on probably over 1,000 lightning strikes with this storm. So maybe you were waken up by some of the light flashing, flickering through your window, and you opened up your app, and thank you for joining us this morning. Still some of the heavy rain and some of that heavier hail embedded in that in extreme southern Columbiana County, right, Paul?
Good.
I'm going to jump in here with an update on the power outages. Looking at Columbiana County right now, particularly from around New Waterford and Rogers here, seeing reports of about 663 customers without power in New Waterford. Total in Columbiana County, about 5,100 customers without power. That's certainly a sign that we've taken a big punch of wind in here. Let's see, Fairfield Township, about
That was
700.
right in the path of that storm.
720 customers without, which is right where that storm went through. So be curious to see what daylight sheds on this potential storm damage there from possibility. That's where the tornado warning was of that storm. Certainly either way, very strong indicators of some high winds. In Mahoning County, we're seeing reports of over 4,700 customers without power. Some of the hardest hit areas, Berlin Township, over 1,000. In that general area, Milton Township, about 940. That's something that we were watching a little while ago. Just to give some reference here, Medina County, where certainly we had indications of a tornado touchdown based on radar signatures there, nearly 13,000 without power there. Looking at Trumbull, lower number there, still about 2,600 customers without power in that general area. Hardest hit area looks like Warren, about 794, and of course Warren, a more densely populated area. Also